Happy Tuesday. If y'all can hear me, let me know. If I need to take this headphone off, let me know. Happy Tuesday. I'm trying to stick with the schedule. Okay, y'all. So I'm going to um I'm trying to do another like a StreamYard, but I think it's another type of app. I just gotta I got to look at the tutorial because it's a little different than StreamYard. Good morning, Miss Lynn. How are you? Look, y'all, I'm on the move again, right? I am on the move again. I am down here with my mom. Drove last night when I got off work to be with my mom because she had surgery this morning. So I'm here waiting on her to come out of surgery. It's not major surgery, but nevertheless, it's surgery, right? So I'm sitting here chilling. Um, but I wanted to have an early morning chat to see how everybody is doing. Have they been doing their positive affirmation? Thank you, Miss Lynn. I appreciate that, and she will appreciate that as well. She will appreciate that as well. So I know they always say, TC always on the move. That would be a true statement. So I am here with mom. I'm gonna bring some more hair tutorials because I'm gonna take this hair out because I know y'all tired of me looking like a pirate. I came on Amora's live very briefly. Maybe about I was in there for about 15, 20 minutes, and I was on the tail end because Amora was finna end it anyway. But yeah, and then I started watching videos of the couple who just got unalived. Good morning, sis. What's going on, Rodrigo? About the couple. I want see when I do stuff. I want to see different videos, different angles. Um, about the girl who got unalived from her boyfriend after they went live, and then he unalived himself. I was watching some videos like that and end up dozing off or whatever. Good morning, Miss Glenn. How are you, beautiful Miss Glenn? Nice to see you. Um, you said you heard about the. Yes, I heard about the imposter. That is crazy. You find your sleep, Miss Glenn? Why you find sleep? Where you going? Or where you been? Like where you been, Miss Glenn? Why you sleepy? Why are you sleepy? But yeah, I'm down here in the deep Carolinas. I'm closer to Raleigh right now. So I'm closer to Raleigh, North Carolina. Down here with my mom. I'm working my double yesterday and today. Oh wow. Miss Glenn, make sure you get you some rest. Eat plenty of fruit, drink plenty of water. Okay, Miss Glenn? I'm finding my sleep. I'm just getting off work. Oh, okay, Miss Lynn. Not tasking. I'm up cooking since 6 a.m. trying to hurry to finish and come online to catch up on more stories. Okay, Ro. What you cooking? What you cooking for breakfast? Because I ain't eating no breakfast. I just popped up. You know, my mama had to be here at, I think, 7 something. So she just went back for surgery. So um, I got off work yesterday and drove. So I'll be here for a few days with my mommy, making sure she's straight for a few days because I mean it's a outpatient surgery, you know. So once they finish, I can take her home and make sure she's straight. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably take me a little nap because I think I was up to like 3 or 4 last night looking at videos. I was up to like 3 or 4 looking at videos, and let me see. And then I got back up at 6:30, or whatever time that is. My work partner wife had surgery. Oh, I pray healing and speedy recovery, Miss Glenn. He's coming back tomorrow, and I'm flying out to California to visit my sister and brother-in-law. Tell me, I'm trying to get to California too. I want to get to California this year, even if it's for a few days, maybe about 4 days, because you just can't stay 3 days, especially when you travel far. You got to stay 4 or more days. You get what I'm saying? Like Hawaii, places like that, you be wanting to stay 4 to 6 days. You know what I'm saying? 4 to 7 days. So, um, yes. Um, I'm here with mom. She's having surgery today. It's not major, but she had to have surgery. So my mom stays by herself. So I moved a little closer to her, um, because she's getting older. She's all I have left because I lost my father in January. So gotta make sure mom's straight. So me and my sister do what we can. You know what I'm saying? I know my sister just got married and she has a busy life. So I guess until I get married again, I'm the fall guy. But I love my mama. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing my mama won't do for me. She's my biggest cheerleader and my biggest supporter. So I love my mother. You know, um, I feel like relationships with people and they're long lasting, you sense to understand the person, whether y'all end up remaining that way or not, if that makes any sense. Like, just in a relationship, like my cousin Alicia, she's family, right? But she's been in my life since she's been born because I'm the older cousin, but she's more like a sister. And basically, people do grow in different aspects of their life. They grow, right? Especially if they're trying to make themselves better or be a better person. You're not going to stay stuck on stupid, all your life if you are tend on growing and trying to maintain a healthy life, a healthy mindset, right? So what you will do is when you build relationships with people, you have to understand that that person is their own individual. That person is their own individual. You can never want a person to think like you. You should never want a person to, well, I mean, some people that you run into, y'all will have the same type of thoughts. However, you shouldn't force a person to think like you. Let me just reframe. Let me rephrase. You shouldn't force a person to think like you, or you shouldn't try to strong arm a person into feeling how you feel. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to have intelligent dialogue with people without you throwing a temper tantrum, if that makes any sense. Um, and Lynn, good morning, beautiful. I'm still here listening. I just can't type right now because I'm multitasking, cooking in the kitchen. Okay, I got you. I got you, Raw. And thank you for being in here. Thank you for being here. My crowds don't be too big. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that you're in here modding. I don't know, Miss Glenn, I might make you a mod too. Do you mind if I make you a mod? If that makes any sense? If you okay with modding, Miss Glenn, let me know and I'll make you a mod too because I know everybody comes in at different times or whatever or what have you. So I just want to make sure that I'm covered. I ain't like a moral where I need 1,000 mods, right? But it's good to have a multitude of mods just in case, the other mods miss it. And, I have that at least one person in that's modding. So if you cool with that, Miss Glenn, let me know. let me know. I just wanted to come and have a morning. Good morning, my beautiful Blue. How are you, baby? What's going on, sis? How's your day going? Guess what? I've been doing my breathing, girl. And my chest feels lighter. Even with these big tatas at the top, my chest feels lighter. Miss Gwen says she don't know how to operate YouTube. Okay, well, I need another handicap mod. You know what I'm saying? Like I need a backup mod. So Miss Lynn or my sister Blue. If either one of you don't mind being a mod, let me know. And I'll go ahead and mod you. That way, I still can have, at least one mod in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Just in case it ain't like I'm going to have a whole bunch of people. But I also want to say, Rolf, thank you for that other streaming app. I got to watch it today because, girl, I was playing with it last week. I was all discombobulated, even with the stuff. Girl, I had to keep creating account, deleting the accounts, creating the account, deleting the accounts because I gotta. So I said, you know what? Stop rushing, TC. Stop rushing and go ahead and look at the videos. Look at the videos and just look at the tutorials because it's a little different than work and all this traffic. Okay, on your way to work and all that traffic. Yeah, y'all do got traffic. I don't know, Blue. If I'm expecting God to have favor on me in this one particular aspect, right? If He give me that favor, I might see you for my birthday. I might come to New York for my birthday, and that's in August. So just let me know. Why do you have to ask me to be your mom? I know you. I, you know why? I only say that because not that I'm trying to, I'm asking you to be a mod. I just don't want to make you a mod, and I know that you're out. Let me know if y'all hear me because my phone rang. I'm like Miss Glenn. I don't know when it comes, and I'm done after that. My bad. Miss Glenn, I can help you. You know what I'm saying? If you want, if you want to, just let me know. And if you want me to put your videos together, just let me know, Miss Glenn. I'll do that for you, Miss Glenn. But no, I was saying that, Blue, because I know you be driving a lot. You know what I'm saying? You be on the move a lot, so I know that you know what I'm saying. I ain't want to be, like putting you in no position. It ain't never. You know how it is, so it ain't never that. So hold on, I can make you one. Okay, that's done. That's done. I did. I just did. I just modded you. It was hilarious. But yeah, y'all. I want you to always know that sometimes when you see people in different spaces, or you meet people in different places, in spaces in their life, you can't expect them to, once again, be on the same caliber or level of thinking that you're on either, right? Some people may think they're better at their thoughts than you are. But I just say, as adults, I think we need to do better. I think I'm flying out in the morning to California. What part of California, Miss Glenn? Yes, look at blue wind, baby. Yes, Lord. So, sis, be on that prayer for me. Be on that blessing. Be on it with me, because if it happens, If it happens by next week or the week after, I'm booking my flight. I'm coming to New York for my birthday. Good morning, Chocolate Miss. How are you? How y'all doing? Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Subscribe if y'all haven't subscribed. I'm gonna bring more videos. Let me tell y'all something about editing. Now I edited a Father's Day video that took me the whole entire day, and it was like 15, 16 minutes. My voice kept lagging or it was delayed. Every time I tried to save it, you know what I'm saying? Every time I put it in my studio to edit it, my music was off. It was off kilter. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Editing videos, it could be a little difficult. It could be time consuming. You know what I mean? But I like doing it. I love doing it. This is something, well, I went to school for television and radio broadcasting. So I had a podcast with my best friend. If y'all look at my on my page, like way earlier, I posted a couple of our shows where we used to go inside of actual studio and have our podcast, and it was only an hour. I think it was an hour. The first studio we used to go into, he gave us 2 hours. Then when he upgraded, he leveled up. So we leveled up with him. He took us with him, as part of his team because he had a different multitude of shows. So he took us with him. So his next studio was a little more fancier. So he cut our time down to an hour. So I've been doing this for a while. San Diego to visit my sister and brother-in-law. Okay, you said San Diego. Never been to San Diego. San Diego. I've been to Anaheim. I've been to Compton. Um, let me name all the places I've really been. Because I like to travel, y'all. When I say each year, I at least say I need to at least go on 4 trips. At least 4 trips each year with my busy schedule. You're right, I do know. I do. I do know. I've been to Cali, Anaheim. I've been to Compton. Um, well, I guess this is a fun fact that y'all should know because I've kind of traveled a lot of places. I used to drive 18 wheelers. I used to drive 18 wheelers for a living over the road. So, and then I had the whole Western Hemisphere, like Wyoming. I had a dedicated route. My dedicated route was Coors beer. So I delivered beers, and then on my downtime, when I wanted to make extra money, I used to pick up trailers from different places like Walmart or something like that because I like to drive. So sometimes I get in the car and just drive. So yeah, I used to drive 18 wheelers for a living. hmm Yeah, TC did that, and I liked it. I was gonna get back into it, but you know what? One thing my daddy told me. My daddy told me one time, when I went to truck driving school, and then I went to truck driving school in Utah in the middle of snow season. So the snow got like up to 8 to 10 inches, 12 inches sometimes. It was high. So once I got out of school, it was still icy. So sometimes I used to have to get off and and chain the truck, the wheels on the truck. Like put the chain, the wheels so the trucks wouldn't slide. One time I was on my way to Wyoming and the truck jackknifed on me in the middle of the expressway because it was so much ice on the road. Like it actually jackknifed. So I had to slow the truck down in order to straighten it back up because when you drive trucks, you really driving that tractor, the trailer, not the truck. You really need to make sure that trailer don't flip over because that can turn the whole truck over. Um, hey, Miss Kim, how you doing? Good morning, Miss Lacondas. How y'all doing? Look, y'all, I'm gonna be on the stream. I'm gonna try to set some downtime because I'm trying to fit everything in. I'm reading a book right now. I got to get Mr. Moore's book, but I'm reading another book. I want to complete that book before I get Mr. Moore's book because I said I was going to start doing better with things that I buy because I do support. So I don't care who you are. I love support my people, right? So we had a young lady on the show that went to school with me, and she was talking about her domestic violence, and she wrote a book. I bought her book, and I bought it when I moved, but I never opened. I said, you know what? I said I was gonna start getting better and doing stuff, but I had not had time since I've moved to do anything, right? So I want to read her book. You know what I'm saying? I want to read her book. Miss Lacondas, where you been? I miss you. I miss you, Miss Lacondas. But so CC used to drive 18 wheelers. And one thing, and I'm rolling it back, one thing my father told me, you say you love to slow trucks down. Let me tell you something about trucks. Don't get too caught up because, 18 wheelers on the wheel. We on the road. We on the They on the road, baby. They were on the road. I've been working and studying. Miss you. Okay, what you studying for? What you studying for, Miss Lacondas? But one thing my daddy told me when I went to truck driving school, he said once you get those CDLs on your license, make sure you keep those CDLs on your license. He said because you'll always have a job. So I don't never have to, even though I'm in corporate America now, I never, I used to stress like, what do they find me? But I've been in my company now, right now, for like 7.5 years. So I've been there 7.5 years. I'm trying to put the other 2.5 in so I can just be like, let me get my 401 and I'm out. But, um, hey, sis, how you doing, beautiful? What's going on, sis? Have you heard from my niece? How's she doing? Um, like I was just telling them, I got some things that I'm trying to work into, and if it works into my favor within the next week or so, tell my niece I got something for her while she away in college. Tell her I got something for her when while she's gone. You know what I mean? Or even when she come back, she could use it for her clothes or something for school. I got my real estate license over the weekend, so that's the. I need to holler at you, Miss Lacondas. Miss Lacondas, I need to holler at you on the back end. Like they say, I need to holler at you on the back end. Boo, you didn't get the joke. What joke? What joke? What joke, sis? Yes, please, y'all throw some clappy hands, flowers in there for Lacondas. Let me tell you something. I heard about Georgia because I was gonna do some real estate in Georgia and go to real estate school, class, or whatever to try to get my real estate license. They say that real estate test, is no joke. No joke. Yes, she is so excited. She doesn't have time for me. And I'll tell her, girl, she told me yesterday I'm getting on her. Let me tell you something about teenagers. and, and Maya is definitely a teenager, okay? She is a teenager. She's just a normal teenager. Sometimes we crowd their space a little bit. We try to keep the grip on them super duper tight sometimes. And then with y'all being the parents that y'all are, you know what I'm saying? You're an OB. Y'all are always with the kids. So you have no choice but to be overprotective. You feel what I'm saying? So I was like that with my kids. Like, my mom would get them or whatever, but they ain't really go nowhere. They was always with me. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? My cousin Alicia, when she moved down here, she made sure they was straight too. But she stayed with me. So, it was like, but and then I had to work so many jobs. Like one time I had three jobs, child, trying to maintain a house with three kids, but I had three jobs. I had to hold them jobs down. So I understand what you're going through. I'm just okay, you just coming back. But it went right over my head after I looked at it again. Blue. After I looked at it again. Cut it out. It's too early in the morning. Yeah. Once again, I'm on the road. I'm at my mom's. And she's further into the North Carolinians. You know what I'm saying? She's closer to Raleigh. So I had to drive up here, and I'm staying up here for a few days because she just had surgery. They just took her back. It's not major surgery, but to me, surgery is surgery. And then my mom stays alone. So I wanted to be just a tad bit closer to her. You know what I'm saying? She all I got left. I lost my pops. But it's not major surgery. But I said, yeah, let me kick it with my mama for a few days because since I moved, I just been on the go, go, go. But that just means that, my life is, you know, worth living. Let me just say that. It's worth living. I just don't sit around. Let me just say that. That sounds good. Are you doing okay? Okay, you was getting breakfast. What you eat for breakfast, Miss Glenn? I ain't ate nothing, y'all. I got up, took my shower, got my mama ready, and she walk on the flow 4 wheel. She don't really need it now. I seen my mama. When the last time I seen my mom? Mother's Day. We all went to Texas, and I didn't realize how small my mama don't got. My mama was a heavy set woman, but she don't lost a lot of weight. Lot of weight. She just had knee surgery. So she's having surgery on her eye today, one of her eyes. So I definitely have to be there. I said I was gonna stay till Thursday. So I packed up my laptop since I work remote. But I took today off and I took tomorrow off. So I have Tuesday, Wednesday, just in case she need to do any running around while I'm here. I just, give her attention. She like watching movies and snacking. That's my mama, and then me and her gossip. So yeah, my mama, we gossip. We gossip about the family. She has stories to tell me about Chicago, what's going on in Chicago, because she keep her feet to the ground to Chicago, and I keep my feet to the ground with our family that migrated and came to Georgia once we moved. Because once we moved, we was the first ones to come to Georgia. Then my aunties started coming. Then my uncles started coming. And then they went back to Chicago. And then once we got old enough, when we started getting our own place, my cousin, my first cousin, everybody started coming up here. And then, back and forth. But, we're our origin is Chicago. So my mama is a Chicagoan. You don't care how long we've been in Georgia. My mama is from Chicago, right? So she tell me what's going on with my uncle, and we have jokes and we have laughs, because my family's funny. My family is funny. Good morning, Miss Carolyn. Omelet, 2 pancakes, hash browns, and turkey. That sounds so delicious. Oh my God. That sounds so delicious. I'm hungry. I'm hungry, y'all. But you know what? My appetite ain't been appetizing lately. Like yesterday, I waited to eat, and I think I had some cheeses. Like I drank my morning tea. It's caffeine free. It's a probiotic tea. It's a lemon ginger tea. I like this one specific brand, and it's really good. I think I showed y'all before, but um, I love it. So I ate some Cheez-Its yesterday, and then I forgot to eat because I was doing running around. My bank card had got compromised, so I had to go to the bank and get a temporary bank card. Um, and then by the time I came back, I had to fly back into work, and then I got off and I got straight on the road. And I'm like, Dad, I forgot to eat. Like I didn't eat nothing. So as I'm going through, because I guess it was taking me the back way to my mama's house, and can you believe I found a KFC that served chicken livers? When I tell you those things was good, I don't care who don't like them. I love chicken livers. Chicken livers, beef liver, I just like liver. Have a great day. Gotta get myself together. It's I'm super tired. Okay, Miss Kim. Look, Miss Kim, I love you and thank you for coming in here. I appreciate you so much for the support. I really do. I really appreciate all y'all for y'all support. I really, really do. Glenn, heck yeah. Now that live she had last night, I was shocked about Amore's live last night. I was trying to bounce in between her and Tiff because Tiff was live too, and Amore was live. So I'm bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Now that's a shocker. That's a shocker. And this is my thing, y'all. Coming back to Miss Amore's live, and I'm pretty sure she don't mind me talking about it a little bit. Um, it's not a bad thing what she said she wanted to do. Sometimes you have to do that because you do have moles. My job people just keep, they know I'm off, but they be acting like I'm a boss or a supervisor or something. They'll call me on my day off. Well, with my job, y'all know I be bouncing all over the place. I guess just charge it to my OCD. I may have a little ADHD, who knows? But I got dizzy trying to grasp it. Kim. Yes, liver and gizzards. I'm good, Miss Gwen. And then wait a minute. This is my thing. And I'm coming back to Miss Moore. This is my thing about when you go to chicken places. Hey, Annette. How are you? I wonder is that my mother? That better not be my mother. I know it's not her because I think her surgery is an hour and some change. What are you talking about? Chicken livers is yummy. Well, some people don't eat them, Blue. Some people don't eat them, sis. They don't like chicken livers. But I went to the KFC had them. I don't know. I was in a little bitty town or something, rolling through there, and I seen it said liver buckets is back. I said, "Girl, you should have seen me say." "Arr!" I jumped in because churches used to have the chicken livers, and they stopped, and I guess they do it seasonal. So I went in there, I got some livers, and this is what I don't like about certain chicken places. Why y'all ain't got jalapeno peppers? Y'all know peppers go with chicken. So why y'all ain't got no jalapeno peppers? Like churches, it never fails me with the jalapenos. I know a KFC in Georgia, one of them I went to, they had jalapenos. I don't understand if you sell chicken, why you ain't got no jalapeno peppers? Huh? We need those peppers. People eat those. I like peppers. I like peppers. You know what? And I don't start being able to eat food again, so I don't overdo it. But I like the jalapenos because it's just the right hand of spice. I want Miss Amore to know. I'm probably gonna text her and let her know because I know she don't be watching my little videos a lot. But when I made the video yesterday about Father's Day, me hanging out with the boo, his friend stay in my area. So the boo was up. He been up here with me he been with me for a few days, maybe about 4 or 5 days, right? So next week he go back, but um, we went to his friend's house, and I said, well, we ain't going over there empty-handed. So I did up some chicken, seasoned it up good, and I made up about 12 burgers, right? I took three. I like took enough meat to the side and made me those cheddar and jalapeno burgers. I made three of them, and his friend put them on the grill, and one of them kind of broke, and he was like, "That's my dad tax." Like, I want one of these jalapeno burgers, so I ate one there, and then I took one home. He let me take the other burger home. That's all I wanted was the burger. That thing, Miss Amora, you on to some now. I always use the Lipton soup. I haven't used the one that Miss Amora used yet. I just used the plain Lipton soup because I put other stuff in there, yeah, other seasonings in there. So, but that jalapeno and cheddar burger, I think from now on, that's gonna be my burger. Even if I gotta fry that bad boy, but the grill one does taste better. The grill jalapeno cheddar burger probably tastes better. I can't do no kind of peppers. Why, Miss Kim? You know what? Let me tell you something, Miss Kim. That's not far fetched. What I just, when I say recently, been able to eat. Now I used to love spicy. Then for some reason, my taste bud changed and my palate and my tongue wouldn't allow nothing spicy on it. It would, when I say irritated to the point of irritateness, I don't even know if that's a word. I couldn't do nothing spicy. I could post no Father's Day post. I couldn't post no Father's Day post because I was missing my dad so bad. It took everything in me, Miss Glenn. Everything in me. I cried a little bit. I cried a little bit because this is the first year without my father. This is my first year without my dad, and I was a daddy's girl. My brother and sister, I'm just gonna be frankly honest. They didn't have the relationship with my dad. I don't know why. They guess just doing the years, the relationship was kind of, you know, back and forth or whatever. But I've always been a daddy's girl, whether it was a toxic daddy's girl relationship. But my daddy didn't play about me. He just didn't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we've had our differences, but my daddy always called on me, and I always took care of my daddy. You know what I'm saying? So for me to have a Father's Day without him, I didn't care what part of the state or where he had traveled to at the moment. He always made sure he checked in, and if he had a number, I always made sure to call him for Father's Day and send him something for Father's Day. My thing is, you don't pick your parents. You don't. But sometimes parents show you things that you need to know for your future. Stuff they might have went through or stuff they might have seen and they don't want to, but sometimes they'll let you bump your head too because I had to do that with my kids. You know what I'm saying? I had to let them bump their heads and do what they had to do um, to learn lessons. Life lessons is what I call them. Sometimes we have to be that parent to let our kids learn their own life lessons because their journey is not going to be your journey. It's going to be their own individual journey. It is. Now back to Amore. You say I'm a daddy's girl, and I cared for him the last few years of his life. Yes, Miss Glenn. My daddy followed me everywhere I went. He struggled with substance abuse. He did really bad. And I think I was the only person that understood that. You know what I'm saying? And me and my mom, you know what I'm saying? But I think I understood it. You know what I'm saying? So I never tried to block it. I just tried to make it to where he wasn't out there bad, if that makes any sense. He's actually put me in a couple of situations. But he's my dad. He's my dad. Okay. Yeah. Good morning, G Dub. Okay, you moved here and see, my dad was in Las Vegas and I was trying to get him here with me. Mm, because he's lived with me a lot of times, right? So I was trying to move him back here with me, closer to the VA that I can get to him or whatever. Um, G Dub, my beautiful sister, I want to thank you for coming in here. I love you. Thank you so much for your support. You two keep changing my words. It's okay, Miss Glenn. I understood what you meant. Nisi. Good morning, Nisi. How you doing, beautiful? Now, y'all stop. Y'all gotta reel me in. Y'all gotta reel me in sometime, y'all. Amora. Now, I only caught, like I told y'all, I only caught about 15 or 20 minutes from there of her live. But I need to go back. I told y'all when I was gonna go back, she was still live, so I didn't want to catch Mr. Ending. But then another video. Sometimes I get notifications of other stuff because sometimes the algorithm will throw me into other sectors, and sometimes if I'm looking for something, I'll get thrown. I'll put myself in other sectors, so it takes me sometimes a minute to get back here. But if I'm subscribed to, because I'm subscribed to Amora, so I get her notifications. I get Tiff notifications. Yes. Okay. My mother is ready, so I have to go, y'all. I love y'all. I'll probably try to come back live later on today since I'm off today. But I love y'all. But yeah, we're gonna talk about Miss Amora Imposter.
Are you still on the phone call?
No, no, no.